Hello from GNature.com. This is Mark Josie. Today I'll be doing this video on the Tippmann TCR and showing you a very nice and tactical setup that is very completely in a complete package. So my audience for this video is not only geared toward the paintball players, but also gearing toward the less than lethal audience, like those kind of users. So some people were talking about using paintball guns for self-defense, home defense, or even law enforcement have been using it for their riot control and so on already. So let's talk about the potential of the Tippmann TCR, what you can do to it to maximize the gun's performance, and also the ability to have everything in one package, compact size, lots of firepower, and so on. So before I continue with the gun, let's talk about the type of projectiles that the less than lethal people were using all the time. First of all, you will have 3.9 grams rubber balls. These are hard rubber balls. They're not the RAV4 type that is sold for very cheap. You know, one bag, 500, and you get like 500 rounds of squishy rubber balls. This is not squishy. This is super hard and dense, and it's for riot control use. When they hit you, it will not penetrate, but it will do a lot of damage and a lot of pain there. So it's about pain, and it can break bones if it exceeds a certain amount of muscle energy coming out of the gun. And other type of projectile that I'm going to show you right here is what we call bricker balls. This is my first okay, let me pick a red one here. Okay, there's red and green. Okay, so red and green. Okay, so these are 6.2 grams. The rubber balls there are 3.9 grams. This is 6.2 grams. Okay, they are hard glass round with rubber coatings, and they have the ability to break bones, to penetrate, and also to kill if you place the wrong shot. So for law enforcement, if they use these bricker balls by chance, they must aim at a place where it's well padded, or like the person has to have some thick clothing on, or else it's going to kill the guy. And if you hit it on the head, it's surely going to kill someone. It's just like swinging a hammer at someone's head. It's not going to penetrate, but it will kill them, you know. And also, not forget the pepper balls and also the PVC rounds. Okay, these, as you can hear, they are very hard. These are hard PVC round. They are 3 grams each, and these are for bricking glass windows, and also anything like glass, tin cans, soup cans, that kind of thing. They're great for penetrating hard objects, but not very much penetrating human flesh or skin or something like that. So if you want to penetrate meat, bricker balls is the king. But to penetrate hard objects, these types are very good for lower power guns. And then you will have, whoa, and then by chance, people will have powder balls, or what you call the pepper balls. Okay, so these are powder balls filled with pepper. And depending on the grade you buy, like ghost chili peppers, they're really hot. There are pava rounds, and there are other like more mild pepper rounds. And so, depending on the situation, the law enforcement choose different types of projectiles. Okay, so to fire pepper balls, you don't need a lot of power. To fire bricker balls, riot control rounds, those impact rounds, you need a lot of power. For police use, they choose to have the standard of 16 joules energy, or you can say 12 FPE foot-pound. So this kind of gun is really important and really good, because you can set the velocity and set the power, and also you don't need a lot of energy for that kind of stuff. So what I find is, for the Tippmann TCR, besides the energy tweaking or the power tweaking, there's a lot of cool features that you can have while having the high power. For a normal paintball user, you will only need around 12 joules of energy for the paintball game that you're shooting paintball. Okay, so paint will splatter on the impact and it will not penetrate or hurt too much. these hard rounds, they will do very serious damage at the 16 joules range. It can break bones, so or break someone's fingers, rib cage, stuff like that. And it's very important to know that it's not supposed to be used on human being. Okay, enough of that crap. Now let's get into the real thing. Okay, so besides the power tweaking, I find that if you want to tweak the gun to higher power, the best power and in balance of performance, the Tippmann TCR is best to be tuned to shoot one CO2 to empty the whole magazine, the long mag here, and that's it. Out of the box, you can empty this and one 7-round magazine and still have 1 or 2 shots of air left. Okay, with that settings, you're getting lower power, and also you don't need that kind of low power for this usage. So what I find is, tune it to shoot one CO2 for about 13 to 14 rounds, and after that, this mag is done, you can then shoot one more CO2 with this and this magazine. So you get 2 7-round magazine. As you can see right here, I used some sort of ring. This is supposed to be for a flashlight, cheap flashlight, and I put it there so that it can secure one spare 12-gram CO2. You see, and now I adjust the tension of the ring with the Allen key, and now it's all hidden with the foregrip. So this is what gives you 2 CO2 inside this package. You see, you have 1 CO2 right here inside already. Okay, snapped in place. When your CO2 is done, you open and you dump the CO2 out like so, and then now you can open up the foregrip. And then this CO2 here, this spare CO2 takes out, and you put it inside. Very easy. Okay, so my CO2. So this spare CO2 is actually very handy. So we have 2 CO2. 1 CO2 for shooting the long magazine. 1 CO2 for shooting this one and this one. Now, how is this magazine staying there? It's not moving much. You can shake the gun and it's not moving. It's very tight. I used a lanyard loop from one of the jet beam flashlight, and 1 loop right here around the knob right here. Okay. And then basically it just loop around the whole stock, and so it's very secured. And also this is the Tippmann iron sight that it just came with the gun. I put the stock iron sight on. So what it does is this knob here actually locks into the grooves where the this little, what do you call it, like where the spring is. Okay, so where this place is locked in place with the knob here. So basically it's very sturdy. And as I shoot, okay, I can go like that. I can go like that, and okay, turn my sight on. Okay, shoot. When I'm done finished with this one here, what I need to do is I have to open up this thing so that the CO2 can have a time to go whoosh and empty the rest of the CO2. And at the meantime, you eject the magazine like this, and then now you can take your this mag or this mag. I find that it's better to take this mag because this one is very sturdy and secure. There's no chance to fail. But this one, if you drop the gun or something, it may fail. So we'll give it some time. Take this one out, shove it into the gun, and now your CO2 is done and ready to take out. You take the other one, shove it in, and you're good to go. And after I'm done with the 7-round magazine, I eject the mag and take this mag out together. And you're good to go again. You see how fast that is? Speed is everything for the TCR. And now I have just enough CO2 to empty 28 rounds of balls. And I would say, tactically speaking, I will load the first magazine with the riot control round or bricker balls or stuff like that, because the first thing you want to do is control the situation with great amount of damage, right? And then right here, the spare, I might have 1 mag of pepper and 1 mag of whatever crap. And so for the second CO2, if the first mag did not get the job done. Basically, you're really ready to retreat and go back to your base or whatever, to whatever, like a sort of safe location, right? Because if the first meg cannot get the situation done, the second meg and the third meg is basically for you to get away from the situation and leave safely. So for that purpose, you will need pepper balls. And pepper balls are like this, okay? You point at the guy and then you shoot up the ceiling, or you shoot up beside them where the wall is, and the pepper go and it splatters out a cloud of pepper that will cover out like a 4 or 5 feet by 5 feet distant kind of area. So if there's a bunch of people, you fire boom, 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 a few pepper balls. It hits something, right? Then the pepper flies up and form a big cloud. Everyone in the area got fucked. And because of that, you can have the time to leave because everyone is suffering from the pepper. So because you cannot take down the people with your one shot per person kind of thing, right now you have to use pepper. And then everyone will have to drop or stop, and now you can run away and get your whatever gear you need. Keep in mind that this is not a real gun. You're not going to kill people with this thing, right? So for the less than lethal, why is it called less than lethal? It's because it's less than lethal. So you want to boom, 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 and then see if the guy goes down, or they stop, or they leave, whatever, right? If they don't, then it's time to retreat or resort to some other stuff. And the pepper balls as a backup to help you escape from the situation while you can go to whatever. Okay, for example, you take a real gun and then go, or you resort to blades, okay, and it's time to do something else, right? So it's not really like this is your only option, but just saying that, like that video, this video is talking about if like law enforcement people or whatever are going to use this for less than lethal, this is what you can do. It's actually very effective. And also I put the iron sight here and this optic here in case whatever crap happened, the optic here fail, you still have your iron sight, and now the iron sight are co-witness with the optic above. So basically you can use this and this together, okay? You can flip it up when you need it and look through it. It will also aim at the target perfectly. And if you don't need it, of course you can go like that too. So I find that the Tippmann TCR is very, very useful for that kind of purpose. You have and also not forget that to refill the whole thing, it's very easy too. You just need to put one more CO2 in here, okay? When you're done, put one CO2 here, okay? You can do that and protect the CO2 from falling out. Okay, it's not going to fall out. And then now you can just reload your mag, put it back. Okay, now you'll be like, hey, but this one looks very fancy, but how do you put the mag back in, right? Because it's so tight. It's very easy. Let me show you. This is the mag. Okay, you put it in from the side, right here. Okay, it's hard to do with one hand, but you can see if I can do it like this, it's easier in real person. And then now you slide it up with your hand like this. Just slide it up and make it cross to the top. That's how you do it. Very easy to do. You just slide it, okay, from the side and slide it to the top, and now it's very secure. It's not dropping, you see? It's not dropping, it's not moving. And because the mags are so lightweight, it is very easy for the officer to carry a few of these inside the pocket. And what's better is the TCR, the mags of the TIPX can fit into the standard holster for pistol magazines. So like this one, you can basically have a few of these on the body as well, and put some CO2 in your pocket or whatever. You see, it's very tactical, and I think that personally, you know, with this kind of gun, and also the barrel, the stock barrel, it's the key to have more power. with the stock barrel, shooting at this power, you get about 22 to 24 joules average, and the lowest power I get is about 18 joules and such. Yeah, okay, so 18 joules. So basically, you're over that 16 joules already, which is more, proven that it's more than enough for the law enforcement and less than lethal usage. So it's really tactical. So basically, this video, I have to conclude by saying that if you ask me, will this gun be a good option for the less than lethal usage, you know, that kind of thing, I would say yes, it is. And if you set it up right and also be able to tune it right. Will I suggest it to anyone to have one of these for less than lethal usage? The answer is no, because it's not easy to tune, and there's a lot of internals work that you need to do to make the gun stable. And so if you are not the type of person who will spend a lot of time to tweak around the gun and also buy a chronograph yourself to actually test the gun out, I would not recommend this. By the way, some people ask or want to ask, can you take the stock, like slide the stock back while this magazine is there? Will it fall down? No, it will not fall down. You can see. So your mag is still here, and you can also put it back like that. See? And you can take it up. Woohoo! Okay. So, that's right. So the gun, it's very practical for that kind of usage if and only if you have a chrono, you want to do the work yourself to set it up properly, and also you know how to tune the gun's internal to work better than stock, then yeah, it is a good choice. For most people who do not have a chrono, my personal option or suggestion is always a Tiberius C8.1. The reason is because it's easier to tune. It's like less work to do to get it to shoot very hot, and compared to weight, this one is much lighter than the TCR as well. So this one, when you tune it up right, you get about 30 joules per shot with breaker balls, and it's extremely deadly already. So yeah, that's my conclusion. Will the Tippmann TCR be a nice option for less than lethal? I would say yes, if the gun is tuned properly. So yeah, if you're also interested in doing experiment and this kind of lab test, you know, to tweak the gun up, whatever reason, just for fun, feel free to comment below or PM me or whatever, and we'll try to get your gun going. So just to have some fun at home, you know. Okay, thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and like. Bye bye.